Hey everybody, this is Mills RX, and this is the Ravens Minute Clinic, where we do our best to keep the Raven flock healthy and also its players healthy as well. Now, free agency has started, and the Ravens have made two significant signings that will make an impact on the field next season. We've recently signed safety Marcus Williams, who played for the Saints last season, and also offensive lineman Morgan Moses, who played for the Jets last season. Now, these two will play pivotal roles, in my opinion, because they fill spots that are needed because we have either lost some players to free agency or they're helping us with depth because we have dealt with a buku amount of injuries last season. I believe we led the league, I believe twice at some point with the amount of people we had on the IR. We had at least at the most we had 17 people on the IR at one point, and that's crazy. So that's what made this upcoming draft in April and also this free agency period very, very important so that we can fill the needs that we had and also replenish the depth, especially on the offensive line and in the secondary. Now, before they can sign their deals, they have to do sports physicals with the Ravens medical staff. So I want to take a deep dive into the medical history of these free agents to see what we're getting and to see if there's any chance that they may re-injure themselves. So here it is right here. Yep, here free agency sports physicals right here in the Ravens Minute Clinic. So we're going to take just a quick minute to take a look at these two. Like I said, number one, we have Marcus Williams. He played for the Saints last season, and what makes him such a good fit for the Ravens is because he is your classic center field type of safety. I mean, he's gonna like just patrol the secondary in the backfield. He's gonna see the whole field. He has great instincts, and he'll do great in the type of system that the Ravens run, especially with his elite ball tracking skills. He's great in the air. He is known for winning 50-50 balls that we're seeing a lot more of with all these offenses starting to pass the ball more, and he covers grounds exceptionally well. A great stat that was recorded last season is when he intercepted Jalen Hurts when they play the Eagles, when the Saints play the Eagles, he covered 19.9 yards and he hit a top speed of 20.15 miles per hour. Now, that was one of the top speeds that was recorded by a defensive back by NFL Next Gen Stats, and of course he's a ball hawk. He's just a ball hawk. I mean, he has what I believe 15 career interceptions and 38 pass breakups. So wherever the ball is, he is. And we saw that last season. And he also is good in run support. He has 74 total tackles, 52 solo, 22 assisted, 8 passes defended, a forced fumble, and 2 interceptions, to which he returned for 56 interception return yards. Now, looking at his injury history, he's been relatively healthy. He had about a mild growing strain in week 16 of 2019, and also he had a lateral ankle sprain that was also known as low ankle sprains in week 15 of 2020. So not much, not much in the way of injury history. He has been a part of that shutdown tandem that the Saints have been fielding the past couple of years with him and Marshawn Lattimore, who they just re-signed. Many people thought they were going to re-sign Marcus Williams as well too, but unfortunately they let him go, which is great for the Ravens. We were able to get him on a 5-year deal worth $70 million. Now, the next person we got is one that many people are excited about is Morgan Moses. He is a very, very, very important piece that we're going to need not only for depth, but he may also be in the mix to be a starting offensive lineman, mainly at right tackle, which is where we really need some of the most help. Now, he's a really solid offensive lineman. He's rarely penalized at all. He's a super durable. He's played 16 games over the past 3 seasons, so yeah, he rarely misses any time. He has good hands, good feet, and his technique is always really consistent. So he should be a mainstay on the right side of the line where we really have not had any continuity because a lot of our tackles didn't even get on the field last season. We had, of course, Ronnie Stanley, our franchise left tackle, who's coming off of his second arthroscopic surgery on his ankle for a fracture that he got in 2020. We rushed him back, and then that actually regressed the healing. And you can't rush somebody back when they suffered a grade 2 ankle fracture like he has. It's going to cause more problems. He had setback after setback, and that was really not good. So that's why he needed another surgery. So hopefully we can just keep him healthy and he'll be available for OTAs and training camp, which pretty much the updates have said what Eric DaCosta recently said in updates, and also what some of the what I'm reading on Twitter, and also from some sources like Sarah Ellison, and also like Jameson Hensley and Jeff Rebick. They from their sources tell them that he should be able to come back. Now, going back to Morgan Moses, last season he was a rock. Like we said, he had played 1,022 snaps. That's 94% of the offensive snaps that the Jets played. So he was pretty much there for all of them. He had 3 penalties. He only had 3 penalties. 2 of them were holding, and one was illegal shift, I believe. Someone check me on that. Also, he only surrendered 4 sacks. So, yep, like I said, he's a rock. He's going to be great for us, especially at the right tackle, where he could actually slot in, because Patrick McCarry, who played the majority of the time at right tackle, he missed a lot of time with a right ankle sprain. And also Jawan James, who we got from the Broncos, he didn't even get on the field because he's still rehabbing from a torn Achilles he had. So like I said, he's an important depth piece, and we may be even looking at our starting right tackle right now. But that being said, I preface that because he has a rather extensive injury history, which could be cause a little bit of cause for some concern, because he had a moderate knee sprain on week 3 in 2019, and 3 weeks later he also had a shoulder sprain in week 6 of 2019. And then in 2020, he had a hip flexor strain in week 3. He had a growing strain week 13 of 2020. And also last season in week 12, he had a mild knee sprain. Now, it was the same knee. It was the same knee, which is cause for concern, because he's had two knee surgery. He had 2 knee injuries within the last couple of seasons, and those are really tricky because the re-injury rate is pretty high. So hopefully he can stay healthy. Now, despite all these injuries, he did not miss any time. Like I said, he played all 16 games. The past 3 seasons, he 17 games this last season. So yeah, he has not missed much time, but that's still a relatively long and extensive injury history, and relatively recent. Multiple injuries in 2019 and 2020, and once again another knee injury in 2021. Hopefully, I expect him to pass the physical and ink his deal. So I think it's a 3-year deal worth like a 30 million. The 3-year deal worth 30 million, I believe. So yeah, so hopefully he'll stay healthy, because we need him, because right now our offensive line was just a muddled mess of injuries, people in and out. We couldn't get 2 of them on the field. So yeah, he's going to be a really, really important piece for us moving forward. So yep, those were the first 2 signings that the Ravens made in the free agency period right now, and yeah, I'm excited about them. Despite the injuries to Morgan Moses, he should be fine. Yeah, Marcus Williams, he's going to make an impact immediately. He's gonna slot in right next to Chuck Clark, and that'll be a fun tandem to watch. And our secondary just got stronger, and we just got a little bit more depth on the offensive line, which is good. So yep, that's gonna do it for me. You can find me at Game Medicine on YouTube, Game Medicine, at Game Medicine, also on Twitter. And if you have any questions, concerns, or you want to see anything, you can reach me at ravensphysio@gmail.com, RAVENSPHYSIO @gmail.com. Yeah, so So yeah, once again, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully more content like this to come. So maybe when more signings come, I can do more videos like this, and possibly even do injury histories of our draft class. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, leave me a comment down below, or leave me a comment at on Twitter as well. So yeah, thank you once again for turning in. Thank you once again for looking at it and tuning into this. So, yep, go Ravens, and let's have a fun 2022 season.